Alright, this is my first meal of the day, and as you can see, it is a smoothie. I feel like maybe some of you can relate to this, but I've never really had an appetite in the morning. Hey, want some smoothie? Sorry, my cat's here. Because I don't usually have an appetite, but I need something to sort of kickstart my system and get some nutrients in the morning, usually what I'll do is just drink a smoothie. And I play around with what I put in them a little bit, just because I've been drinking smoothies in the morning for like the past 5 years. But it usually consists of some Greek yogurt, some form of milk, I use soy milk, and then some frozen berries and grains or granola or something like that. Sometimes I'll throw in like some spinach or other stuff if I need like some nutrients or if I'm feeling a little bit sick. Highly recommend this for anyone like me who either doesn't have an appetite in the morning, or if you're really pressed for time and don't have time to make breakfast. Packed with nutrients, I think it tastes pretty good, and then also super customizable based on kind of what you want to put in there.
Hey Eric, this is Caroline from Business of Home. How's it going? We are a trade magazine for the interior design industry.
I'm pretty lucky in this apartment in San Francisco. People that you probably see on social media. And then it really just started super organically. I think because we found such a nice space, I was sort of like almost incentivized to make it nice in terms of like the interior design and furniture choices. For me, I really care about like interacting with my audience, like reading like both compliments and criticism on my TikTok videos, on my Instagram videos. Recently, I've also started making videos on YouTube, and that's really been a process of sort of interacting with my community on a deeper level than I had been before. There is never a morning in which I wake up and I look at my phone and I'm like, oh my God, I have like 1 million people following me across all my platforms. It's always more like going through the comments and seeing like on YouTube, like a few weeks ago, for example, I had someone comment on my video saying that, oh, I moved into my apartment and I'm living alone for the first time, and like I was cooking dinner and I felt really lonely, and I turned on one of your YouTube videos and it felt like I was having a friend over for dinner. And so like those, I know, it's like, those comments are really what makes me feel like I'm providing something of value. It's never about like the numbers, but it's much more for me like about the authentic interactions and just like the overall impact that I can have on people's lives. Because like I mentioned before, I was working consulting, and so like it was crunching Excel numbers, and like there are so many days when I felt like, oh, I'm not really making any sort of meaningful impact. And so for me, I think like having those human interactions is really like the beauty of what I see as my platform.
Was there anything else I didn't ask you that you were eager to talk about?
I say that there's no like secret formula to grow very quickly, but then there are also like you'll see one or two or like a handful of creators that like grow so quickly to the point that you think like, oh, there has to be some sort of way to like game the system. But I would say like something that I've learned over time and that I've come to kind of accept is that such a cliche thing to say, but like comparison is like truly the thief of joy in content creation. And like everyone's journey is so specific to themselves that like if you try to compare yourselves either in terms of like how fast you grow or number of followers or like amount of engagement or like number of brand deals that you see people doing, it quickly becomes something that's very not good for both like your mental health, but then also not good for like your own creativity, because then instead of thinking about like, oh, what do I want to create, you start thinking about like, oh, what are other people creating and how can I sort of like either emulate that or like kind of utilize trends that I see from their success. And so yeah, I think it's just it's much more about figuring out what you personally like to do and what connects well with your audience rather than trying to compare yourself to other people and seeing what other people do.
Thank you so much, Eric. This was so fun.
Awesome. Thank you so much. Really appreciate it. Have a good day.
You too. Bye-bye.
Bye. Ooh, So I just hopped off the phone with someone at the magazine publication Business of a Home. I'll be sure to leave a link in the description for their site. I think they have some really cool and insightful things about all things home decor and sort of the business aspect of it. But yeah, I don't know, it feels like crazy that I'm being interviewed for things like this just because I guess in my head it still feels like I'm just a kid or a person who, I guess I'm not a kid anymore, I'm turning 24. Just someone who likes sharing the things that they're passionate about on the internet. And so it's really crazy to see that people are sort of recognizing me as sort of like a voice within the interior design community or within the home decor community. You know, I guess just being interviewed, just like the concept of being interviewed is like pretty wild to me. Like I don't think of myself as someone who like is almost like worthy of being interviewed necessarily. So I get just like a super surreal moment for me that I guess I don't know, I just feel super grateful for.
햇빛이 비추는 날 내 맘에 꽃이 폈다 창가에 기대 앉아 이 노래를 부른다 그래 넌 푸른 바다 Like a picnic on the shoreline With a toast and jelly just like how sweet it is that you're mine And when you don't hit reply My heartbeat goes like cosign 내가 맘에 들면 follow 좋아요 구독 이 노래가 유명해져야 너가 날 만나줄 거잖아 나를 바라볼 때 심장이 멎은 듯해 무궁화 꽃이 폈게 움직일 수 없어 baby My flowers made in your light And I'm blooming by your side You know I've been waiting for too long yeah. 지금 right now Sunshine on the shoreline Feels like a super trooper Is this the Truman Show right now 너가 제일 좋아하는 음악을 들려줘 이 노래 말고 어디서 본 듯한 익숙한 눈빛과
Want tomato?
Yes.
The weather got really nice in San Francisco and it's finally super sunny. All the windows are open and I'm feeling something a little bit lighter or at least like not warm or cooked. So I'm gonna make some sandwiches with some basic materials. I got this focaccia bread, some cold cuts, some avocados, and then tomatoes, lettuce, the normal deal. Should be good. So I just got these packages in the mail. I think I know what they are, and they're both home decor related items, so super excited about that. Let's unbox them together. All right, first up, I got this amazing pillow from my friend Ed at Nye Collective. As you can tell, very unique and high quality pillow. The same brand as these checkered pillows back here, which I got a lot of questions about and are definitely some of my favorite pillows. So super excited to have these ones. I do want to show you guys one really cool thing because I think this is like so genius and I was so excited when I saw that this was a feature of the pillow. As you can see, obviously super awesome throw pillow. Even has like a little pocket here that you can tuck a remote or something into. But then if you take the insert out, you can see that there's actually some handles in and you can use the pillow like a tote bag, which I think is super cool. I've never seen anything like this before. And you guys know I'm a huge fan of multifunctional like decor, furniture, anything. And so yeah, I just think it was so amazing and smart how he was able to integrate multifunctionality into a pillow, which is usually just, you know, a pillow on a couch. All right, next up, I got these 3 stacking stools from the brand Tiptoe Design. I probably sound like a broken record by now, but I absolutely love furniture like this, which is like sort of multifunctional stacking stools. They take up super little space. They can be used as seating, plant stands, side tables, whatever you want to use them for. And these ones are definitely one of my new favorites. As you can see, they come in a bunch of different colors, and they stack so seamlessly because of the interesting assembly mechanism. These legs sort of slide directly into the wood, which leaves it completely flat on the bottom. So they can stack on top of each other without any gaps, which I think is super, super satisfying. I believe Tiptoe is a design company based out of France. I'll leave a link in the description for their website. I'll also leave a link in the description for the Nye Collective pillow, which I just got, so you guys can check that out as well.
Oh, nice. Oh, it feels weird.
I don't remember what it says on the thing, but I use.
Oh, I'm sorry.
This way?
I feel like you're doing yours a lot more.
Oh, yeah. Oh, right.
I think one of them is